Hi friends, welcome back for another video. I have just been going through some of the older videos that I've had since I haven't actually had time to really edit for a while. And looking at this is from several months ago, but my skin has come a long way. I was just looking at all the acne scarring and the hyperpigmentation, and oh my goodness, yes, it looked bad then. I thought it looks bad now, but that was terrible. Anyway, let's get into this video. So I'm starting with the Hangover Primer, and I'm just using that underneath my eyes. This is some of the driest areas during certain seasons. Then I'm using the MONISTAT Chafing Relief Gel. And then I'm going to add on the Milk of Magnesia, and I'm applying that to my oily areas, which is generally my forehead, nose, and chin. I'm going to start with the MAC Brow Pencil. I believe that is spiked, but I'm not 100% sure. It's either spiked or strut, or it could be stud, but I'm pretty sure it's spiked. Then just kind of working that back in with the brow spoolie, making sure that I get the hair strokes in there so it doesn't look really painted on. Then I'm going back with the Auburn Brow Powder from the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And it's really weird. Sometimes my brows are, I draw them on a little bit thicker. Sometimes I go for a thinner look. It just depends on the mood. I'm also going back with the Chocolate Brow Mascara, and I'm just really wanting to set those brow hairs and powder and everything in place. And then I'm using the Deep Honey Concealer from Clinique. And I actually end up buying that at an outlet, and I'm glad I did because I really like that concealer. And I am doing color correcting for all those dark spots all over my face. So I'm just applying that and just kind of patting that in and setting that with my fingers, and then I'm going to go over all of this with the powder, and it just helps the foundation like really adhere, and it just looks really skin-like when I actually do this. And it's pretty much an all-day look, like 12 hours or more, your foundation still looks flawless. So I'm applying the Tan Loose Powder from Sasha Cosmetics, and then I'm going to mix the Kat Von D foundation with the Melanie Gleam's Gleam Liquid. And it should give me a nice glow. I'm going to go back, since I have some of that extra concealer, and just finish applying that, since I actually end up putting the foundation on my eyelids. So I'm just going to apply that concealer to my eyelids as well, and that is going to be the eyeshadow primer today. And then I'm just going to use this yellow powder, which I don't remember where that came from. I really believe that it's from one of the Anastasia kits. I want to say it's one of the banana powders. And then I'm going to use this Modern Renaissance palette, which I haven't really used it as much as I thought I would, but it's still a great palette. I've never had any issues with any of her eyeshadows. They're really pigmented and really worth the money. So the trick when doing makeup is to blend. Make sure you have an excellent primer and good brushes, but more importantly, just blend. So I'm just kind of working that kind of back and forth, and then I don't want any harsh lines, so as you can see, I'll just kind of go back with the brush that I had previously with the brush that I'm using Now, just to blend it so it doesn't look crazy, because you can get away with bold colors, but you just have to blend them. So you just have to start with a nice eyeshadow that's about 2 shades darker than your skin tone or similar to your skin tone, and then kind of work your way into the crease with a darker shade. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not really worried about how messy it gets on my eyelid, since I'll be carving that out anyway with more of a, almost like a half cut crease. And I'm using a smaller, more narrow blending brush, because I really want to kind of control that darker shade, the red ochre. All right, and then pretty much my most used palette out of everything, and that Makeup Forever palette, it is definitely worth the money. I mean, I've had it for 3 or more years, and I haven't even put a dent in it. And the primary shade that I use out of all of that is the Blanco, or the white one, but it was worth the expense. It was definitely worth the expense. All right, and I haven't used this much at all, I don't think, but this is one of the Magnolia. It's not really a well-known company. I don't even think I've seen them on Instagram, but I actually found out about the company from another YouTuber's video, and I decided to check it out. And purchasing them from them was one of the worst experiences I've had, so I did a big haul, and then I just never bought anything else from them. But I think as far as their pigments and the glitters, they were really good, but I was highly disappointed with their liquid lipstick, and then the overall customer service. So I was like, forget it. I like some of your products, but I won't be buying from you again. And you guys, I would tell you what this eyeliner is, but I mean, this is so worn. None of the writing is visible. I think it's all worn off, or I would tell you. I really wish I knew where that came from, what company it came from. It came in one of the Glam boxes, but I love, love, love that eyeliner. All right, and just to make this pop, anytime I do like glitter, or especially in like the spring and summer, I generally always try to do a light liner in the waterline. So that's what I did here. And I'm just kind of working my way back in with this contour. And that's pretty much what you have to do, is blend. And sometimes you have to go back and be like, well, why are they using, so many different things? It just takes time, just to, make sure that you don't have any sharp lines, that you are kind of like recreating, or pulling certain things out. Like I have a short, I think my nose is kind of flat. I don't really have a bridge, so I always try to pay attention to that and kind of carve that out. But I think that is pretty much it for the voice part. I am going to drop off here. If you guys have any questions, any requests, I know there was a skincare video, and since I just went back and saw this and saw how my skin has improved tremendously in the last couple of months, I definitely want to try to crank that out and get that video out to you guys. But in the meantime, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas, and see you in the next video.